The PS5 Dualsense Edge is a pretty solid pro controller, packed with so many features, got a slick design, and overall, it's a pretty good controller. But what if you could install some RGB LED lights to it and really make it stand out? Well, that's exactly what I'll be doing in this video with ExtremeRate's newest D&F RGB LED kit for the Pro controller. Now, this is not the first time ExtremeRate has launched LED kits for these gaming controllers. They've previously launched the DualShock 4 kits for the PS4 that I've also purchased. That was a massive hit, but this video is about the D&F RGB LED kit for the PlayStation 5 Pro controller. It's currently off. So I will be discussing whether you should be spending your money on this kit. Was it an easy installation? And should you be even bothered about doing this upgrade? So what do you actually get out of this kit? Well, you get 7 interchangeable LED lights. There's like blue, cyan, green, yellow. And there's also 2 blinking modes. So there's like a fast blink and there's a slow moving changing mode. That's pretty cool. And to turn on this kit is actually pretty straightforward. You hold the right and up on your D-pad and hit the square simultaneously for 5 seconds to turn on the kit. And it's also easy to change the colors by holding the up and the square button for 5 seconds once again to enter the color changing mode. And in the worst case, if you don't like the colors, you can just switch it off and you'll just have the regular Pro controller. I also wanted to mention that these colors are only available for the D-pad section and the face buttons. So if I take a look at the trigger section, you don't have lights in this area. You only get the changing colors in this D-pad area and the face buttons, as well as the share and the option button. And I also forgot to change for the PlayStation logo, but you also get the color for the PlayStation logo as well. Guys, before I move ahead with the video, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Keysfan. Keysfan is a website that sells legal software keys. So if you're looking for Windows 11 Pro, you can get that for only $15. If you have a friend that you want to get one for, you can get 2 of these for only $28. Just be sure to use my personal code FUA50 for that amazing 50% discount. You can also get Microsoft 2021 Pro Plus, the entire suite, for only $35 using my personal code once again, FUA62. These keys are 100% legal and absolutely safe to purchase. You can use PayPal or credit card and you'll get instant email delivery. While you think about upgrading your device, let's get back to the video. The color emissions of this kit are pretty crystal clear thanks to these transparent buttons on this kit. But what I absolutely hate is the fact that you cannot change the brightness level of this kit. So when I'm playing in the dark, it feels like a torchlight being flashed at my face. And that's a bit of a distraction. So just to go over what you get inside the box, you get these FPC cable set, which is basically the light kit. You have these transparent clear buttons that allow the light emissions. But I must say, I actually prefer the black classic buttons with ExtremeRate's signature symbols. I think it looks cooler. You have this disassembly kit, which is like a screwdriver, a prying tool, a little tweezer, and you also get a bunch of spare screws in case the original ones get lost during the installation. Speaking about the installation, this kit requires you to do a complete tear down of your Pro controller, so do this at your own risk. But with that being said, if you've modded controllers in the past or if you've dismantled your controllers before, this will actually be a lot of fun. The process is actually a lot easier than the PlayStation 4 and the other mods I've done previously. So even if this is the first time for you, I still urge you to do it because it's actually quite a lot of fun. ExtremeRate has an amazing official installation video on their official channel. So what I did was follow their instruction video step by step and there was absolutely no issue. The black FPC cables that you get are a lot harder and stiffer to tear or break. So unlike what happened to me a couple years ago, that's not gonna happen with you. Just to touch a bit on the battery life, if your Pro controller normally gives you around 4 to 5 hours on a single charge, if you turn on the lights, you're gonna get around 3.5 to 4 hours of playtime. So it's not that bad. And also you do not have the option to reduce the brightness in this kit. So if this is something that might bother you, I would urge you to go ahead and get the black symbols kit instead of the transparent kit. That will block off a lot of the light and also in under the low light conditions, you're gonna have a much better experience. I think those buttons have a more futuristic look and would look amazing on the Pro controller. But I must say these lights do catch everyone's attention, so this is something that you can really brag about with your friends. So let's talk about the price of this kit. This RGB LED light kit at ExtremeRate is currently $29.99 with the transparent buttons. But if I had the option, I would personally go with the black classic symbols kit that has a much better look and it'll block off a lot of the unnecessary light, and I highly recommend that instead. But what's amazing is you can use my personal discount code to get a 10% off not only on this light kit, but on absolutely any product from ExtremeRate.com. This video is not sponsored by ExtremeRate per se, but if you do decide to use my code, you'll get that discount and I'll also get a small commission. So now, what should you actually do? If you have never opened up a controller before, this will take a while to install. I'd say under 2 hours for a complete newbie. For me, it took roughly an hour. But it's super fun to do. But again, if you're scared of breaking your controller or do not feel confident, just don't do it. Either find someone who can do it for you or don't take the risk. Because this Pro controller does cost $200 and you don't want to mess it up. ExtremeRate does sell a lot of the other LED kits, for example, for the PlayStation 5 Dualsense. So if you want to try it out on the cheaper controller first, get some hands-on experience, and if you do feel confident, then you can chime in for the Pro controller. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have the courage to try out this kit yourself? Do share your thoughts in the comments and I'll be sure to read them. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.